Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to make a video on the P-word industry. And P-word, yes, I meant this word. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I'm completely against the adult entertainment industry. I'll list my reasons why later in this video. But I myself have been very critical of the P industry, or P-word industry, for a very long time. I've been wanting to make somewhat of a similar video to this. But after the election happened, apparently not only some women are angry about the results of the election, but not too surprisingly, P-stars like this one are fed up with the results. And now it's turned into a bloodbath where they pretty much made a list of Trump voters or supporters who have voted for the myth, the legend, Donald J. Trump. Now, I hate to be political on this channel because, one, YouTube pretty much took down my last channel for covering sensitive topics like this. Second of all, I just want to post content to make people laugh. And usually I'm political on alternative platforms and Twitter, so if you want to see my political takes on these platforms, make sure to go follow me from there. Anyways, back to the video. Now, before I cover the behind-the-scenes drama of the adult entertainment industry on Twitter, I have been doing NoFap for a very long time, so usually when I'm doing research like this, I use my alternative Twitter account to block content that contains and I discovered this drama for an account by a literal sex escort named Cat Wild, who attempted to spread somebody's supposed docs, and that docs came from a person who goes by the name Nicholas Shea Fuentes, who made his tweet in response to all the females who have voted for Kamala Harris. Now, I know this wasn't his main address, and I have heard rumors they moved somewhere else, but self-evidently, these women who want to murder babies cannot take a lighthearted joke. Now, back to the main topic. I've then encountered some adult stars who follow this account. Not surprisingly, I found this tweet with a Google Drive that shows most of the Donald Trump supporters who appeared on lists. I personally am not surprised that adult stars are becoming more conservative despite the GOP pushing people further to the left on social issues like gay marriage and feminism, for instance. And I find it laughable that majority of them who came out as Trump supporters weren't expecting this quote-unquote hate list to appear when in reality, according to ex-adult film star Sterling Cooper, has this to say.
California, it's very liberal, woke, social justice warrior, very feminist, super feminist.
They say it's empowering. And I don't think it is.
It's empowering in terms of making money.
Yeah.
So yeah, the adult entertainment industry is not the place where you can have positive views on Trump in this country. Now in this video, I'm going to react to the Google Drive and some of the tweets coming from these women who pretty much created this list just to cut ties with our performers who had different views. Anyways, back to the Google Drive. Alright, so this part of the video is not going to be scripted. So if I pause in between sentences or if I stutter or whatever, get used to it. I have autism. So looking back, I'm reviewing this so-called hate list, and apparently there are a bunch of these Trump supporters on there. Now, if I have to take a guess, I don't think any of them are like considered to be like far right or all right. I mean, I get we're dealing with the the adult entertainment industry, and obviously this is like a left-leaning business, and I'm sure there are many people here who have socially liberal views, but they're maybe center-right or centrist, even though they've voted for Donald Trump. But apparently the reason why people, or I don't know if it's just one person who created this list, but the reason why some of these stars have mentioned this list is because they think that Donald Trump and his entire cabinet are going to take away women's rights, not just in terms of abortion, but they're going to criminalize them for distributing porn. So, by the way, none of that is really true. I mean, so if you take a look at Donald Trump's entire cabinet in terms of his advisor and his campaign managers and other parts of the government with the United States, well, apparently John Miller, which is his main advisor, has completely distanced himself from Project 2025, and he absolutely wants nothing to do with it. Chris Lasavino, Susie Wiles also had nothing to do with the project itself. And Donald Trump himself has a new agenda called, I'm sure most of you have heard of it, the 47th agenda, considering he is officially not only the 45th president of the United States, but also the 47th president. And if you take a look at this article called Forbes, you can look at names like Ramaswamy, Elon Musk, this Pete guy, I'm not too sure about him, John Ratcliffe. I mean, majority of these people had nothing to do with Project 2025. Now, are there maybe some exceptions? Sure, but majority of them so far that I fact checked do not support Project 2025. But there you go. Getting back, I don't know what, like, I get this disclaimers are necessary to put, but like, do not harass. I mean, come on now. Do you think like people are just gonna read his hate lists and be like, oh, well, okay, I'll respect their point of view or whatever, blah blah blah? No, I mean, look, liberals are crazy. Okay, they're shaving their heads off. All right, so during this segment of this video, I'm gonna give my honest and fair take an assessment on these adult stars, and I'm going to try to evaluate whether they're controversial or not. Before I do, I just want to warn you guys that there are women bikinis in this Google Drive, so if I were you, I would not nut. Okay, do not nut. Do not watch, you know, any of these people. Do not engage. Let me do all the research. Do not goon. Okay, if you goon, you're gonna burn in hell. Anyways, this adult star right here, I mean, she's just expressing her views that she supports Donald Trump and that she's a proud American. I don't see how this is controversial at all, because again, like I mentioned before, Trump disavowed Project 2025, and we can all agree that project has something to do with criminalizing, even though Trump and his entire cabinet have absolutely nothing to do with it. But for her, she's like, well, I'm a proud American. I support Donald Trump. And if you ask her whether or not she's like pro-free market or not, she'll say, yeah, I'm pro-free market. You know, I'm pro-capitalism. I'm pro lowering taxes. I'm pro less spending. You know, or, you know, something to that effect. I don't think she's like very socially conservative or whatever. She probably supports maybe abortion, but you know, she probably wants it to be delegated to the states, whether or not, you know, these states can ban abortion or not. And by the way, some of these adult stars, even the far left fringe types, they think that if a president gets elected, they can completely ban abortion, which isn't entirely true. I mean, it depends on the situation. I mean, right now, Sotomayor is going through health issues. So let's just say if she hypothetically dies, well, then maybe Trump could replace her with somebody else who is more far to the right than her. But for right now, she's in the Supreme Court, and yeah, so there's nothing Trump can do about it for right now. Anyways, so hey, I'm not the one researching all of this. I mean, this Google Drive is, you know, the expert here at this. So I gotta give whoever did this list, honestly, I gotta give them some credit. They know how to do research. So let's see, Elizabeth Schuyler. Now, apparently she was interacting with some staunch Zionists. Now, I get that on YouTube, talking about Zionism and Judaism is like the most controversial topic on the planet, and I'm sure everybody knows my view on Zionism and Judaism. Yes, I am anti-Zionist. Like, I think we all should be anti-Zionists. However, I mean, look who runs the adult entertainment industry. Like, if you ask any of these top, you know, people in the adult industry whether or not they're Zionists or not, most of them, maybe not all, but most of them are going to say yes. So it's just so stupid that you're working in the industry where they pretty much support Zionism, but yet you yourself are anti-Zionist. Okay, so this list gets even more ridiculous. Apparently Ryan Pinnell, now I cannot confirm whether or not he supports Donald J. Trump or has voted for him, but all we know from his list is that he has invited multiple guest ons who have endorsed or voted for Donald J. Trump. And just because, you know, they did that, should he bear any responsibility to assess or evaluate people's opinions or beliefs before coming on a podcast which has nothing to do with politics at all? I mean, it's just so ridiculous anyway. So just because he invited those guests, does it 100% confirm that he supports Donald Trump? Probably not, because I would assume that he probably invited other adult stars on who are possibly pro-Kamala. So we have Troy Francisco. If you look at this tweet right here, apparently this is not on a Google Drive, but he has not voted for Donald J. Trump. And apparently this person right here named Megan Rain, now the person who created this list, apparently they're trying to expose Megan Rain for being transphobic, even though she says, like I said, I love the trans community, but don't fight for a scientific right to be a female. I really don't see how this is transphobic, considering the fact that she supports the trans community, but she's all about the science, according to her. So I don't see how this is transphobic. Again, I'm not going to argue or anything, but I think any normal person can look at this and be like, okay, like, this is just so ridiculous. I mean, obviously this person is not transphobic or whatever. Okay, I'm not going to go over the rest of this list, but I want to go over down here. Apparently this person is handicapped, and I find it very funny that these liberals, get this, if you are handicapped, if you're disabled, if you're autistic, if you're transgender, if you're gay, and you have voted for Donald J. Trump, apparently according to this person, you're evil, you should get a death sentence, and yeah, so there you go. All right, now we got that stupid Google Drive out of the way. I don't think the porn industry will end, unfortunately. However, there are some adult stars who are separating themselves from these libtards because liberals are now crazies who love to shave their heads to own conservatives. Now, having said that, I hope this video will make you wake up, because the fact that you are a Trump supporter, a true patriot, a Christian, a conservative, a man who brings value to society, these people truly hate your guts, and they want nothing but your money, and that's that. This is why people should stop watching porn. No matter if these adult stars lean right or left, women in the industry want nothing to do with you, and you're nothing but a beta simp to them. Anyways, I want to show you some of the research I've done to convince you all to stop watching porn. Here are the reasons why. Number 1, porn and gooning will make you stupid. Number 2, porn will make you so weak that you will develop stress once you become weak. Number 3, porn will make you less likely to have romance. Number 4, porn will turn you into a liberal. Number 5, if you are anti-Zionist, look again who runs the industry. Number 6, if you are planning to work in this demonic industry, well, I have some bad news for you. If you're packing over 8 inches like myself, well, this industry might not be good for you or me, because these thoughts could easily end your career by slandering you as a predator or a rapist. So if I were you, stay away from these hoes. Alright, I'm going to end this video right here. Make sure you follow me from every social media platforms, and do not watch porn. Anyways, thanks for watching, and peace.